When fiscal year 2025 started on October 1st, 2024, many people were hopeful that India's EB1 dates would finally make some good progress. But now, 3 months later, we are still seeing the same dates in the visa bulletins for October, November, and December. India's EB1 date hasn't moved at all, and it's still stuck on February 1st, 2022. It's disappointing, to say the least. So what can we expect moving forward, really? Now, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't make any predictions. I do talk to a lot of attorneys, and that is how I kind of frame my own personal opinion about the matter and convey it to you. However, I need to mention to you that I am not an immigration attorney. Nothing that you hear from Smart Green Card should be considered as immigration advice, legal advice. It is all meant for informational and educational purposes only. If you need immigration advice, you should always consult a licensed US immigration attorney. We do partner with a lot of law firms, and we can introduce you to some of them as well. Now, let's dive into the video. As we head into January 2025, making the start of the second quarter of this fiscal year, there may be some chances for movement in India's EB1 category. Now, while it's uncertain, some expect the second quarter could actually bring some changes. Whether it's a small shift or a more significant one, that no one knows. It's just a waiting game, but we will have to see how things unfold in the upcoming months. I also know a lot of people question predictions, so I want to explain my approach to this. These are just predictions after all, so things could turn out differently, but let's break down what we know so far. One big factor that impacts the date movements is the annual visa limit. So USCIS has said that the employment based or EB limit for fiscal year 2025 will be higher than usual, although not as high as during the fiscal year 2021 all through 2024. So how do we really predict where the priority dates will go? A few things are worth looking at here. Firstly, the historical trends give us a little bit of a roadmap, not an accurate one, but a little bit of the roadmap. For example, in the January Visa Bulletin of 2023, which is fiscal year 2023, India's EB1 category saw a huge jump, which was about 5.1 years of jump from January 1st, 2017 to February 1st, 2022. And then in the January Visa Bulletin of 2024, which is also fiscal year 2024, there was another big movement around 3.8 years for EB1 India. So if we go by that trend, we might see some decent movement in the January 2025 Visa Bulletin as we hit the second quarter. We also need to look at things like historical data on abandonments, denials, and withdrawals, plus also pending adjustment of status applications from USCIS, and also eligible immigrant visa applications at US consulates and embassies worldwide as well. And these main factors really affect how priority dates shift in the monthly visa bulletins. Any changes in these areas can move the dates around quite a bit, and the tricky part is that USCIS's data is relatively limited, so we mostly have to rely on these trends. Can be inaccurate and wrong many times as well. Here's the deal though, based on the past trends around this time, we are likely to see good progress for EB1 dates for India in the January 2025 Visa Bulletin. Now, exactly what does good mean? Well, that stretches from maybe a few days of movement to maybe a few months of movement. I don't know. I can't predict that. Keep in mind though, if you look at the bulletins across the board, EB1 is still the fastest route for Indian nationals waiting for a green card. Right now, the EB1 date for India is February 1st, 2022, with wait times of just up to 2 years, which is much better than the EB2 or EB3. It's pretty obvious on paper in the visa bulletins. And here's a helpful tip. If you have an old priority date from EB2 or EB3, you can reuse it for the EB1 so long as you qualify. Are you still unsure about switching to the EB1A path? And that's fine. I mean, I'm not necessarily forcing you to switch to EB1. All I'm asking is just consider it and see if it is a good fit for you. Let me introduce you to Abhishek, though, one of our VIP clients who has made the move and had a fantastic experience. Abhishek is a pro in online branding and marketing, specializing in AI and ML, and he decided to go to the EB1A route. He got his green card approved much faster than expected, and let's hear directly from him.
Yeah, so before this EB1A thing, my life, I came to US 2015, and completed my master's in 16, and my EB2 is still in the process, because these big companies, whenever they do a layoff, which unfortunately happened in my company, in my current company, not I was not laid off, but many people laid off. So they have to literally stop this EB2 process for the complete organization. So just because of that, even my EB2 process got stuck. Now it's in the process. So if we'll go by that calculation, let's say if I'll get my EB2 next year or this year, then I'll be getting my green card in. I have to wait for, let's say, another 20 years, right? So by that time, my kid will be 25 years old, and I'll be old man, retired somewhere, right? And I cannot wait for that long time, right? So this EB1 approval solves so many issues in your life. So mental anxiety, what is our future in US, because our son is US born, so you have to consider that as well. That I just cannot pack my bag and leave US, because I have to consider him also, and so many things, And you always wanted to start your own business here, or maybe some technology company which is always there, but because of the visa limitations, we cannot do anything. We can just see other people doing great work, and you are just doing a corporate job. So these are the few things, I mean, which runs in everyone's mind, I believe. So that is the reason why I went for this thing, actually. And your team, of course, helped me in getting this, so I'm very happy about it.
So if you want to fast track your green card process like Abhishek, take the next step now. Explore our Smart Green Card Program's VIP plan. And if you are serious about getting your green card through the EB1A route, you are in the right place. We help you evolve your profile from a career-oriented standpoint, leveraging all the amazing things that you have done in your career, helping you become a thought leader through all those things that you already have, all the while being focused on moving you to one of our partner attorneys, US licensed immigration law firms, in order to help you petition the case and represent you with the government as well. Don't miss out on valuable insights and expert tips to achieve your immigration goals. Hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications so you never miss an update. See you in the next one.